Hello everyone. My name is Rahul Singh. I welcome you in this video and to my YouTube channel Exam Mitra. In this video, we will learn about the second chapter of logical and reasoning, that is analogy and classification. In this video, I will teach you about the first part, that is analogy. What is analogy and what does it mean? And how to solve the questions based on analogy. We will go through some examples and try to understand the procedures to solve the questions based on this. So let's proceed. First of all, what is analogy? Analogy refers to the similarity or comparison between two or more items. So it means we need to find the similarity, or we need to compare two items, whether numbers, letters, figures, words, or objects. Based on some specific relationships, we will be comparing numbers, letters, figures, and words. What is the objective of this chapter? The objective is students are required to identify relationships between given pairs of items and replicate that relationship in a new pair. So there will be a given pair and we will try to understand the relationship of that pair. After understanding the relationship, we will apply the same relation on the next pair and try to find the unknown value of the pair. Okay, so let's proceed. Common types of relationships in analogy. What are some of the types on which the questions come from analogy? The first one is numerical relationships. Okay, that means the relationship in the first pair may be based on some numbers or some numerical relationships. For example, the first one is twice the other or half of the other. One number is greater or lesser than the other by a fixed amount. That means, let's say the first number of the pair is greater than the second number by 2 or by 10 and whatever. Again, consecutive odd, even or prime numbers. For example, if 2 is related to 3, then what is 7 related to? Okay, so that means here we need to find some relationship. We can see that 2 and 3 are consecutive prime numbers. So what will be the consecutive prime number if we begin with 7? The next prime number is 11. So this will be 11. So this can be based on consecutive prime numbers as well. Numbers related to squares, cubes, square roots, cube roots. For example, let's say this is 49. 49 is related to 7 as 64 is related to dash. So you can easily see that the square root of 49 is 7. So square root of 64 is 8. And that is the answer. We will see this later. Now, what is alphabetical relationship? So there may be relationships based on alphabets. Letters at alternate position in English alphabet. Okay, for example, A is related to C as E is related to dash. So we can see that A and C, this is the first position letter and this is the third position letter. They are consecutive odd number. Similarly, E is 5, so the next would be a letter whose position is 7 and that is Z. So like this wise, there may be some alphabetical relationships. Again, we have figure or shape based relationships. There may be movement or rotation of figures. There may be elements of figure moving in different directions. So we will see these all kinds of relationships while going through the examples. Okay, so let's move to how to solve the questions based on analogy. Approach to solve analogy questions. The first step is to understand the relationship. If we will not be able to understand the relationship, then how will we able to find the second pair? The first step is to understand the relationship of the first pair or of the given pair. Focus on the given pair and identify the type of relationship. Like I said, we need to find the relationship between the given pair, and after finding the relationship, we will apply the relationship to the new pair. Okay. So only these two things must be in our mind to find the relationship between the first pair and then to apply the same relation on the new pair or on the asked pair. So let's move to the first example. Example 1. There is a certain relationship between the numbers on the left pair. So this is the left pair and we can see there is a relationship. We need to find the relationship. Establish the same relationship in the right pair and find the missing number. So we need to find the relationship between these two and the same relationship must be applied to the next pair. Now you can see this is 49, this is 169. Let's see what is the sum of these two. 9 plus 4 equals to 13. 9 plus 4 equals to 13. And this one you can see it is 13 square. So that means we need to find the sum of the sum of the digits of the first number, and then the second would be the square of that sum. So what will be the sum of the digits of these two? It is 7 plus 8 and that is 15. Then what is 15 square? 15 square is 225. So this question mark would be replaced with 225. So this would be our answer. I hope you are getting it. Our aim is to find a relationship between the first pair and then establish the same relation with the second pair. Let's see the second example. There is a certain relationship between the pair of letters on the either side of this double is to identify the given relationship and select the term which will replace the question mark. Okay, so we can see this is the given pair. We need to find the relationship between these two and then we will have to apply the same relationship with the second pair. So let's see how can we do that. How is this H related to K? You can consider the skipping of the number of letters between H and K. How many letters are there? If you see H, then comes I, then comes J, then comes K. H, I, J, and then K. Similarly, how is O related to R? O, then P, then Q, and then comes R. That means we are skipping this PQ. That means we are skipping two letters to get the next part of the pair. Now see, how is this M related to P? You can easily see M, then comes N, then comes O, and then the next is P. That means we are skipping N and O to get the next part, that is P. Similarly, can I skip two letters to get Y from V? Yeah, we know V, then comes W, then comes X, and then comes Y. So that means in the first pair, how are the letters related? The second element of the pair is a letter that is found after skipping two letters from the first element of the pair. So can we establish the same relationship with this? That means this is to VEHM. So see, this V is two letters after the first one. What comes, or you can say, what comes before two letters of V? It is clear that V comes. So you know that S after S, if we skip two letters, that is T and U, then we will get V. Similarly, after which letter do we skip two letters to get E? You know that if I write B here and I skip two letters, that is C and D, I am getting E. This is enough to get the solution. You can see this is TB, this is SB, this is SC, this is TC. Clearly this must be our answer, but since I am teaching you, I need to clarify, I need to clarify the whole answer. Okay, so next, what will come two letters before H? You can clearly see that if after E I skip two letters, that is F and G, I am getting H. Similarly, what will come two letters before M? You know that J, then K, then L, then M. That means if I write here J, then I'll skip K and L to get M. So our answer is SB. I hope you are getting it. We need to find the relationship between the first pair and then establish the same relation with the second pair. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Now see example 3. There is a certain relationship between the first pair of the numbers on either side of this is double is 2. Identify the relationship between the given pair and find the missing number. So we need to find the relationship between these two and establish the same relation with the first pair. So see, this is 9 and this is 729. We all know that 9 cube is 729. That means the second element of the pair is the cube of the first element of the pair. So similarly, if this is 7, then this would be 7 cube. That is 343. So 7 cube and that is 343. So our answer is 343. So let's move to the next example. Similar way, in the following question, there is a pair of numbers on either side of this double issue sign. Each pair is connected in the same way. One of the pair is missing and marked. Identify the relationship and choose a number from given options that can replace the question mark. So that means we need to find a relationship between this pair and use that relationship for the second pair. So see, this is 7 and we just knew that the cube of 7 is 343. You can see that this is 7 cube plus 1. That means 1 is added to the cube of 7. So if this is 8, this must be 8 cube plus 1. What is 8 cube? It is 512 and then plus 1. This would give us 513. So this will be our answer. Let's move to the next example. BAGK is related to ADFJ in the same way as PSVY is related to this. That means if this is a relationship between these two, then how are these two related? Or if I write it in the same way, then BEGK is to ADFJ, then double is to PSVY is to question mark. So the same way, we need to find the relationship between these two and then apply the relationship on this pair. So you can see that this is backward skipping or backward sequence. Before B comes A, so this is -1. Before E comes D, so this is also -1. Before G comes FG, so -1. I'm writing here -1 to show you that we are going one step backward. And similarly, before k we have j, so k -1 becomes. So similarly, if I want to find this one, what would I do? P, and then what would come before? What will come before P? O, O, P. Okay. Next, what will come before S? R, S, T. R, S, T. So it is R. Okay. So this will be R. Now what will come before V? It is obviously U, because U, V. Then what will come before Y? W, X, Y. X, Y. Then the letter before Y is X. So our answer is O, R, U, X. That is option D. So this is very easy one, and we just need to find the relationship between the first pair, then establish the same with the second pair. Let's understand this. The same way, we need to find the relationship between these two pair and apply the relationship on this pair. It is very easy to see that 49 is 7 square and 343 7 cube. Similarly, we just need to know that this 729 is cube of which number? Clearly, 729 is cube of 9. That means this must be 9 square. What is 9 square? It is 81. So our answer is 81. I hope you are getting the procedures to understand the questions based on this analogy. Thank you for watching this video. In the next part, we will discuss the previous year questions that were asked on this analogy chapter, and maximum question will be from SOF Olympiad exams. So let's meet in the next video. Thank you.